Hello everybody, welcome to UK Gaming Network. I'm Zoidberg, and welcome to another Amiga video, this time dedicated to 10 CD32 games that you can play on your A500 Mini. This is a download of 100 CD32 games that I found, and they are the full CD images, so all CD music and speech is included. These are in no way the 10 best games that you can get and play from the CD32 era, as there were a lot of CD32 games that were just exactly the same as their Amiga 1200 counterpart. But without me just sitting here waffling, let's get on with the list. Microcosm is an on-rail shooter where the levels are presented as full-motion video streamed off the CD. Gameplay is very simple as you fly through the levels shooting waves of enemies. Piloting a miniature submarine inside the human body is an admittedly unique setting for a game, but there's not enough done to incorporate this scenario into the game. The backgrounds could literally be anything, and the game would be no different. You may have heard of a little game called Star Citizen, an epic space adventure that has been in development for what seems like an eternity. Well, that game comes from the same director as Wing Commander. Billed as the 3D space combat simulator, there's plenty here to enjoy. It may have lost some of the initial wow factor that it had on release, but the cinematic presentation still looks great all these years later. Although Simon the Sorcerer is one of the 25 pre-installed games on the A500 Mini, I would strongly urge that you download and play the fully voiced CD32 version instead. Simon is voiced by Red Dwarf's Rimmer himself, Chris Barry, and his performance is fantastic, enlivening an already brilliantly written adventure game to near classic status. Fans of Monkey Island and Discworld should definitely check this game out. Sci-fi horror fans know the work of H.R. Giger from the Alien films, and his visual style was used to full effect in Darkseid. This psychological horror has been voted one of the scariest games ever made on numerous occasions, and it's not hard to see why. The CD32 version featured a voiceover narration that helped build an even better atmosphere than having to read everything yourself.
That's a gargoyle, one of those mythical creatures used to keep demons at bay.
Rise the Robots did come out on both the A500 and A1200, but it came on 10 or 13 discs respectively. If you absolutely have to play it, then the CD32 version is by far the best option. It completely earns its reputation as one of the worst games ever made. You can simply beat everyone by holding up, right and fire. But at least by playing the CD32 version you're saved from the incessant loading pauses and disc swapping. Some truly gorgeous pixel art graphics greet you upon loading up the Misadventures of Flink. This Psygnosis published platform game didn't see a release on regular Amigas, so the CD32 version was the only way to experience it. The CD audio is great, but the game takes a while to get going, which may turn off a few players. The same team of developers would reunite a couple of years later for the Lemmings platformer Lomax on the PlayStation. In 1995, many developers and publishers tried to bring the Amiga their very own FPS, but the likes of Alien Breed 3D and Fears were not as well crafted or instantly enjoyable as Gloom, and the best way to play that was on the CD32. With a joypad, you're able to move around the brilliantly designed levels a lot better than you ever could with a joystick, and there's a hefty set of graphical settings available to tailor the game to your liking. I can remember a lot of hype surrounding Litil Divil and the build-up to its release, with various magazine previews stating that it was going to be the ultimate CD32 game. Sadly, this was not the case. The cartoon presentation is undeniably excellent, with some genuinely funny animation, and this makes playing it at least once something that I would recommend. Just don't go expecting the gameplay to be any better than something like Dragon's Lair. I'll finish this video off with two great games that I've spoken about already in my top 100 videos. If you want to know more, check out those. Both Alien Breed Tower Assault and Guardian are fantastic games in whatever version you play them, but the CD32 meaningfully enhanced both of them. Team 17 added a full intro movie onto Tower Assault, giving the events of the game much greater context. And then there's Guardian, which is a fantastic 3D version of Defender regardless of where you play it, but the CD32 version has a fantastic CD soundtrack that makes it even more satisfying to play. And that brings our list to a close. If there's any games here that you've played and you want to tell me about your experience with them, then please do so in the comments below. Make sure that you like and subscribe for some of the great Amiga content we have coming up in the future. And believe me, we do have some great Amiga content coming up that you'll definitely want to see. I hope I will see you all very soon on the next video. Bye for now.